My name is Fartumo Kusow. I had my first English book come out October of 2017. So in this video, I'm going to share quickly the approach that you can take to find a publishing house for your book. So there are two ways to do that. One way is, the first thing you need to do is you have to finish the manuscript. If you're writing a fiction, you could never try and find a publisher for a book that's not finished, the book that has an idea. So finish the book, edit it, revise it. It's really a good idea to find a critique group, other people that, not your family, not your friends, not people that love you because they love everything you write, but people that will tell you the honest truth of what needs to be fixed, what's working, what's not working. So find the critique group. I know it takes time, but it will be time worth invested. And there are online critique groups. I've never joined those, but some people do that don't have the time. I like to have the physical commitment to people that would read my work chapter by chapter, that will tell me. So you can find critique groups that meet once a week, once every other week. So find those critique groups to edit. So once the book is edited and you reached the best way you could get, there are two ways to finding a publisher. One way is to look for an agent, what we call a literary agent. So those agents have websites that you could look up for agents. Make sure you're contacting an agent that writes the type of book that you write, that represent type of book you write. If you're writing a romance book, there is no reason or no purpose or no benefit to query somebody who writes who represent children's books. So look up, there's internet, it's a wealth of information. There is a query tracker, there are agent websites, there is Writer's Digest that you can either get a hold of, buy, subscribe, or get it from the library. Find 10, 15, 20, 30 agents that represent the type of book that you're writing. And you send what's called the query letter, short letter that you're introducing yourself, introducing your work, introducing how long your work is, and what work that they represented that's similar to your work, so they know you looked up their background. Some of them will say send first 5 pages, first 10 pages, so follow exactly as they say on their website. And that those agents will look, they will contact you back if they like what you gave them, and they'll ask you the whole book, and they will tell you how long it takes for them to read. And if they like and fall in love with your work, they will tell you, I'm going to represent you, and you write a contract with them. What's their percentage? How long do you have to work with them? How much money do they get? Not from you, but from the publisher. And then that agent will go ahead and find a publisher for your work. That's one way to go. The other way to go is to contact, to send information to publishers yourself directly. That doesn't happen with the main big mainly American publishers, large publishers like Random House and publishers like that. They don't like to deal with the author directly. They like an agent to read the work first, to know that that's a work they like, and contact the editor. But if you want to go ahead and contact with a publisher, that small publisher, Canadian publisher, like the one I have dealt with, Second Story Press, there is several of them. You can go to their website and they give you clear directives of how to submit the work directly to them. So you first send a query letter like you would have sent to the agent, and the first 10 pages, first 20 pages, and they read it. And if they like what you show them, they will email you or call you and tell you, send us the whole book. And then it usually takes them 3, 4, or 5 months to read the work, and then say, okay, we like what you're doing and we want to sign you a contract. But with that contract comes with you doing some revisions, and you have to negotiate with the publishing house editor of what revisions you like, what revisions that can be done. And you remember, it's your work, so you do the revision. The editor tells you this needs to be fixed, this doesn't work, and then you do the editing, and then you come together as a contract and decide when the book published, what rights you give it to them, and things like that. The third one, which some people go, which I really don't have much experience with, is self-publishing, where you become your own publishing, your own publisher, and you do your own editor or pay an editor to do for it, and then you publish. So what I understand, the plus of self-publishing is whatever book sold, you get 100%, but you have to pay 100% of the front cost, which is editing, cover creation, and all that. In the publisher, you might get 10% of what they sell, 15 at most, 25 it's an ebook, but the publisher absorbs the front end cost, the editor cost, the book jacket cost, shipping of the books, all that. And if it's a signing book, you come there and you sign up, and they take the book cost, and you get your 10%, 15%. Every publishing house a different time they give you your money every 6 months, every 4 months, every 5 months, every February, every November. That's neither here nor there. But those are the three different approaches you could go. For this first book, I opted out to go with a small publisher, the Canadian publisher, and that worked for me very well, where they gave me a lot of creative freedom. But you have to understand, small publishing houses, they don't have a whole lot of money. So you're not going to end up with 15,000, 20,000 advance for your book, where a larger publishing house might give you that large advance, but they might not give you as much a credit, as much leeway with the creative input of the book. So you have to decide what's important to you, how much money and time are you willing to put in, and what do you expect the outcome to be. And then once you decide that, you decide what is the best approach. For example, for me, self-publishing wouldn't work for me because I don't really do very well in the business end of things, and I have a full-time job and family to tend to, so I can't put the same time. And also I didn't have the upfront money to pay the editor and all that, where somebody that's really business savvy might make more money in going self-publishing, and they have a couple $1,000 lying around that they could do the first cost. So this has been a quick video of how, in my understanding, to go about finding a publishing house for your book.